What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am Billy and this is Horsepower Avenue. This is going to be an update on Natasha, my 1987 Pontiac Trans Am. Over the past week, I have made some videos on my GoPro, but unfortunately, something happened to the footage. Files got screwed up, so I lost everything. So this will be just a massive update on everything that's going on with her. I'm hoping some of it's not repeated. I don't remember what I shot last time. I guess I could have gone back and looked at the video, but this makes it more interesting. So let's go ahead and do an update on Natasha, and I'll show you a new addition that I do have for her. But first off, there she is. Hasn't moved. Well, I shouldn't say that. She did. She was outside for a few hours last week. But as you can see, completely gutted inside. I started doing the window motor. I got a pair of window motors, and I'm getting ready to do the actuators. I'm just waiting for a kit to come in with all kind of bolts and screws and everything, so I can go ahead and mount this in. But as you can see, she's completely gutted. I'm hoping within the next week or so to get her to the body shop to have the fender over at front, the rear fender, quarter panel on the back, and the hood adjusted, or the hatch adjusted, and get all that rust fixed so I can actually start putting in the engine. Now, over here on my engine stand, which is kind of nice, I got the engine stand working. It was all screwed up, but there she is. Now, this is not the 5-liter that came in the car originally. This is a 5.3 liter out of a 2002 Suburban. Or I'm sorry, 2005 Suburban with 120,000 miles on it. So this is what's going in Natasha. So that should be a little bit more horsepower than what she's used to. I think the stock 5-liter pumps out, 170 to 190, and this is almost 300 as far as horsepower. So this will be a nice addition to Natasha. There she is. Now, I did soak her in Rustmaster to get some of this rust off. It did an okay job. I probably could have had her soak a little longer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit her with a sander and get all these rough areas down, kind of smooth it out before I paint it. But as you can see, everything else looks beautiful. One of the videos I did record was her completely together and me tearing her apart, but that didn't work out so well. The only issue I did find with her, well, besides the knock sensors, a really major one is that guy right there. Let's focus there. So, obviously the temperature sensor was melted, the wires were melted. So this was the issue I did find with her. I don't know if that's the reason why the guy got rid of her or got rid of the engine. As you can see, I got all my shelves and my parts right here. I got the heads there. Heads are going to be the next thing I'm working on. They got a couple rusted exhaust bolts I got to get out. There's the cam, which will not be going back in the engine. I'm going to go to CSP and get a cam from them. All the accessories. So this engine came with everything. There's the wiring harness, which I have to go through and take out the wires I don't need. There is the PCM right there. Pistons were kind of grody. I did soak them in some Miracle Oil, Mystery Miracle Oil. So it didn't do a bad job. Definitely cleaned it up quite a bit. So I have them all sitting here ready to go back in. I did order some stuff from Amazon that should be here hopefully within the next week, which I'll do an unboxing. I've never done it really an unboxing before, so I'll do that so you can see what I did order. Got a lot more stuff on the wish list as I get more parts, or as I get more parts and I can start putting things back together. Really, my next thing I'm going to do is hopefully this weekend is notch out the K-member so I can fit the engine in there with the LS1 style oil pan. Oh, what else? And I think that's it. I think I have finally determined that I am not doing factory AC because I really don't want to have to notch out a location for the AC, for the pump for the AC, and I don't like that big bracket that you can get that extends, so you put the AC up top. I don't like how that looks, so I'd rather just have no air conditioning in the car. Crank is good. That's it for right now. I can't think of anything else I really wanted to go over. I did start cleaning up some of the stuff. There's a valve cover right there that's nice and clean. I wish I knew what I did with those knock sensors. I'd show you guys what those knock sensors look like, but I can't remember where I put them. I kind of just started throwing things everywhere. The one time for about 10 minutes, this place was nice and clean. Oh, boy. All right. I did start going through the wiring for the factory gauges. Now, I have thought about it. And I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go aftermarket gauges. I really think I am. I do have a second instrument cluster bezel that I can measure out and figure out how I'm going to mount the gauges and what gauges I want. I plan on doing an A-pillar also gauges, but I think I'm going to go with aftermarket gauges and not the factory. Here's a window motor I started working on, replacing that. Got the old actuators out for the door lock, so I'm working on that also. I'm waiting for a hardware kit of nuts and bolts and everything because I don't have anything to mount that, and the kit didn't come, or the actuators didn't come with anything. So that's where I'm at right now with Natasha. So the other thing I'm looking for is a T56 6-speed manual transmission. I thought about doing an automatic just because of price, but I didn't want a 4-speed. I'd want at least a 6-speed. And apparently you have to cut the tunnel where the transmission sits and make it a little wider, which I am not going to do that. So I am going to do a T56 as soon as I find one. I found a couple, one in Connecticut and one in New York, but obviously they're a little far to drive as of right now. So maybe once everything calms down, I can do that, but we'll see if they're still available. But that's where we're at right now. I am going to order a brand new gas tank, brand new fuel lines, front fenders also within the next week, so I can start working on that. I really just want to get this to a body shop. That way they can do everything they want to the car before I start doing everything I want to do to it, just in case they find any other issues. So that's the update. If you have any comments, post them below. You won't hurt my feelings. Well, you might, but subscribe, like, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.